Alright, back on. Now I am hunting for pickled plums.
I was just getting warmed up. Bring them on. I was just getting warmed up. Bring them on. Now that's what I'm talking about.
Maybe now I can be of some help.
Useful experience indeed.
Here we go.
I think I got all the ones that I need. Crap.
After that, I decided Dad would only humiliate me for 2 more years. 3 years later, I was on my own. Dave still lives with Dad because he doesn't have my spontaneity. After excuse me, Mr. Titus, my brother's been arrested. He was being
Alright. Okay.
This is my other son, Christopher. He doesn't have as many fellows as his brother.
Alright.
I wasn't surprised.
Oh, man, what are you doing this time? Grand theft. Grand theft? It's a real crime. This is a real police
Alright, I
station.
can head out and head on to Cardigan.
Well, Dad, if you were bailing him out, why did you...
Oh yeah, last time
It's against the rules. I had him arrested.
we were exploring the celestial ship. Turned out to be from an alien race called the Cardianon. In the center of it, we found like another one of those mysterious gem things like we found on the beach at Eos. We fought some giant flying ass creature, defeated him, and all of a sudden a bright light shot up from the center of the ship and turned all the wizard men to stone, and then they went away. And when we went back to Triumph, we unfortunately found out that everyone that suffered from Baculus had turned into a monster and attacked everyone in town before they themselves turned to stone. And like, not just statues, like they turned into actual like stone, like big chunks of rock. And Rimmel decided to come with us. And now we are going to set course for Cardianon planet.
Someone wants to customize and save hundreds with Liberty Mutual.
some background noise. There we go. It'll be a while before we reach Cardianon. Now would be a good time to get some rest. Yep, nope, I got private actions I want to do. Edge, there's an incoming transmission from the moon base. Here we go again. Shimada and his endearing little lectures. This is Hines, personal aide to the moon base commander. I hope I've not disappointed you. No sir. Likewise, I hope we haven't, disappointed you. Really, Edge? I'd like to request an update on your exploratory activities. Yes sir. If you will then. I see. Cardianon, 8th planet of the Arcturus system. We believe we found the trail of the lost Aquila, sir. We'd like to search for her as we continue our mission. Be that as it may, the star systems in that region are completely uncharted territory. As captain, this of course falls within your discretion, but are you sure you've carefully considered the dangers? Of course, sir. We're prepared to encounter a certain amount of danger, and we're prepared to overcome it. You have my assurance we can handle continued exploration and the search for the Aquila both. The captain has the crew's full support, sir. Interesting. It's just as I'd heard. What is that, sir? Commander Grafton of the exploration base told me all about you. Your team may not be the most conventional one, but your talents are clearly obvious. You managed to get out of quite a situation back there on Eos. Much is expected of you, and not just by Commander Grafton, but by Commander Kenny as well. Go. Fulfill your mission for the people of Earth. We'll be waiting for a favorable report. Over and out. Damn. Wow, they expect much of you now, Edge. Even Lightspeed Kenny. A hero. They'll get what they're expecting then, from all of us. Of course. Jesus fucking Christ. Into the Brooklyn. Tra-la-la. You sure are chirpy today, Raimi.
I'm Johnny Ray, also...
Of course I am. Today's a special day, you know. Oh, a special day? Special. Come on, Edge. Don't tell me you've forgotten what today is. No, of course, I know. Today's, last day of the diet. Your birthday, right? You remembered. Why should that surprise you? Come on, we grew up together. Oh, yeah? So why did you pretend to forget just now, huh? Well, you know, we're in the middle of all this, and I couldn't get you a present or anything, so I just felt bad about... screw it. It was a lame excuse anyway. I'm sorry, Raimi. I should have remembered to get you something. It's okay. You remembered the day I was born. That's enough for me. That makes me happier than any present could. Thank you, Edge. I'll get you a real present next year, okay? Promise. Jesus Christ.
Scott would tell his mom he's sleeping over here, and the two of them, there were 13, they'd get on a bus, go to Brooklyn, they would wrestle at the Galaxian Bar.
To limo in the meeting room.
They would take a bus back home the next morning and, you know,
here's the meeting room.
like, that's how determined he was. So he was sort of starting his wrestling career like behind the back.
Edgy. Come here. Come here. Come on, quick, Kate.
What are you in such a hurry about?
My dream or wish for him at all. Hi, my name is Peggy Ray, and I'm Chris Candido's mom. He was confident that he was going to be a wrestler.
There's some kind of weird swishy swooshy noise coming from back there, Kate.
A weird noise, huh?
At Madison Regional High School, and I went to watch the match that night.
I think he was working
Stay
with
close to
Johnny
me.
Hotbody, and Johnny Hotbody
Okay.
had him in a headlock, and he's like, "Hey, dude, you know, check out the blonde in the front."
Phase?
Tammy while I'm sitting in the bleachers, and I said to him,
Wow, this is somewhat awkward.
this girl, and she was all dressed in white, and she
Babe, what do you think you're doing?
told me that, yeah, Mom, I
I'm just practicing my sword work. Why are you angry?
The girl in white was
Sword training, huh? Would you like a sparring partner?
preparing for college.
I appreciate the
Unaware
offer,
that
but,
her life was about to
well,
take a sharp
perhaps
turn.
once I've polished my skills a
When they
bit more.
started dating, they were very into each other, together
Oh,
all the time.
yeah?
And he would say,
Sorry to
"Mom,
bother you
please
then.
come, please be nice."
Let's go, Lim.
That relationship was his other obsession.
He actually had a prom date. Tammy was just an acquaintance at that time. But he left the prom with the girl, and she was sitting there in her convertible.
Hiding out and practicing isn't like Faye's, Kate.
In the car with her.
Really? I think trying to better himself behind the scenes is very like Phase.
I thought in the very beginning that she was lovely.
After graduating from high school, Chris does everything in his power to establish himself in the wrestling business. My brother was constantly on the phone,
Alright.
trying to get booked, driving the shows. He's not booked, he's still going to drive there, he can get on. And he wanted to go to Smoky Mountain. He was
That one I can,
He started sending me VHS tapes of all of his matches on the
see
independent
Phase's
circuit.
ending with
I
that.
saw a lot of natural talent in Chris
Wow.
Candido. I'm Jim Cornette. I was the promoter of Smoky Mountain Wrestling, and I'm the one who brought Chris Candido and Tammy Sitch to mainstream wrestling. The drawback for me bringing Chris Candido to Smoky Mountain Wrestling was that I couldn't pay him enough to justify asking this kid to move from New Jersey to East Tennessee for $75 a night, 4 times a week, or whatever. At the same
Oh,
time,
shit.
Tammy had never been involved in wrestling. She was Chris's girlfriend. She would go and do some ringside photography or just support him. But I was looking at her and said, there's something about her. She's got charisma. She's a very pretty girl, but she seems quick and intelligent. Finally, I got an idea. What if Tammy was a manager? What if she could talk? I don't know. Can she? I'm not sure. She's never done it before. But if she can talk, then I can pay them both a little bit. So I called him and
Okay,
pitched him
talk
the
to
idea.
Limo and Phase in the rec room.
So he applied to the University of Tennessee, got accepted. And I said, well, that's great. Yeah, you can take that little road trip,
Boom, 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 boom.
go see Mr.
In the
Cornette,
world?
as long as you go to school. Yeah, I thought it
Hey, what's up, you two?
Edge, please, maybe she'll listen to you. It's much too dangerous to summon Cerberus in a place like this.
Wrestling just makes me so crazy.
My doggy won't be bad, Kay. He's a good boy. Look, Kay.
I guess it makes sense to some people. It makes no sense at all
See,
to me.
it's just fine. There's nothing to be scared of, Kay.
I am certainly not scared.
Then you try, FaZe, Kay.
Very well, then.
My name is Mick Foley. I am a 3-time WWE champion. I'm known as the Hardcore Legend, and I was a comedy.
This is your good boy?
It's just
I guess I messed up.
Bad guys
What? Did you just say you messed up?
I really don't think you should summon him around here, okay?
The heel mannerisms. He liked to be a jerk. He was one of the best jerks I've seen in our business. Though Chris
Battle
relishes playing the
Simulator.
bad guy,
It's upstairs.
it's Tammy who's destined to be the ultimate villain.
The way I fell into the business, Jim Cornette asked me to work for him. And I was in college. I was a
Maybe it's
pre-med
not.
student. I wanted to be a plastic surgeon.
Oh, there it is.
I was like, this is his thing, you know, I'm in school to be a doctor. But I was like, all right, let's be fun, I'll make a couple extra bucks. And that's how I fell into it.
We were in East Tennessee in the early 90s, and it was a highly
Hey,
Republican
Edge,
area.
I'm curious.
Everybody hated
When you're
the
looking at the stars like
Clintons.
this, do you ever think about the
Hillary
past?
has tons of
The
heat with
past?
all the Republicans.
You know, take Crow, for example. Do you ever think about the time you first met? I don't remember it at all. Really? I remember it clearly. When was it? Back before we started secondary school, right? I can't remember exactly why, but you suddenly got into a fight when you first met each other. Crow was so strong and he kept knocking you down, but you'd get back up every time. I just stood there watching, worried half to death, but before long, the two of you started to look like you were having fun. It got dark, as dark and starry as this even, but you guys just kept on fighting. I never even managed to knock him down once, did I? Maybe not, but by the next day you'd completely made up. I was just a kid back then too, but it was amazing to me. I don't remember making up with him. That's the night you became my sworn rival for life. They have another word for that, you know. It's called best friends. Next time we see Crow, I hope we can take some time to just sit back and stare up at the stars, all three of us. It's no fun if I'm reminiscing all by myself after all. Yeah, we'll do that.
I'm ready to become the first lady of
Christ.
Rocky Mountain Wrestling. Hi, this is Tammy Fitch, and I'm here with tips. You'll be amazed at how I can make more tea.
Okay, now I can
Tune in
see
next week
Crow's
for more tips.
ending.
I'll make something out of
Upstairs, let's talk to everybody in here. Please be a damn cutscene.
She lit it up, you know, like she just popped.
Oh, God. What are you three up to? Bake some cookies, want some? Wow, Ramy's home-baked treats. How long has it been? They're really yummy, Kay. Kind of like the ones Ludi always made. I like them a lot, Kay. Thanks, Lauren. Ramy, I too find myself profoundly moved by your cooking skills. I never guessed that something so closely resembling my own favorite dish existed in the culinary culture of Earth. Oh, now that's just flattering. No, not at all. I may not be Limmel, but I have developed a great affection for your cookies as well. I don't want any more. Huh? Why not? I thought you liked them. I don't want them. Not if FaZe likes them, Kay. My, there's really no need to play the martyr here. I don't like you, FaZe. Bleh.
Tammy's charisma and Chris's dynamic wrestling style catch the attention of the WWE.
Well, she's nothing if not consistent.
The pair finally achieved their
What was that all about anyway? Limmel seems to be displeased that we both enjoyed the cookies. She can be so obstinate about the strangest things. Oh well, if that's how she prefers to be, I'm quite fine with her being that way.
You said, yeah, I'm going to go wrestle for the WWF, which I thought was, well, okay, so you did make it. That means you're dropping out of school, but I guess you did make it.
Oh, thank God. Now approaching destination coordinates. Please prepare for warp out. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Attained his goal, and a lot of people just never attain their goal, and he did it without any encouragement from me.
Tammy, from
beginning, was ready to conquer the world. And she didn't care who knew it, didn't care what anybody thought about her. Yes, I do think with the success, her head grew. Her head grew pretty big.
But the transformation that she was undergoing, personally decided underneath all that was even remarkable and honestly much more dangerous. Chevy Silverado with the Turbo Max engine and best-in-class standard torque. And Chevy Silverado XT. To more in a Chevy truck. Get yours now. Get 1.9% financing on all 2024 Silverado 1500 pickups. Or get $5,750 total value on this Silverado when you trade in an eligible vehicle. That's 10% below Amazon. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
Ready, set, summer. It's the Rooms to Go Patio Memorial Day sale. Save big on summer style with outdoor sets like this and this. Save on a pair of beautiful chaises. Add a pop of color with 2 Adirondack chairs in 6 great colors, 2 for just $4.88.
So, this is the Cardianon home planet? It doesn't look like any planet I've ever seen. Yes, more like a giant space fortress.
It's all chunky and spiny and looks like it'd hurt.
However, our coordinates are correct. This is Arcturus 8, Cardianon.
What's happening? Report! The fortress is emitting some kind of magnetic field. We're being pulled in. A tractor beam?
What do you do when your best friend kills your other best friend?
We can't break free!
There's gonna be surprises and surprises.
Forgive me. If only I'd noticed sooner.
Edge, they're not responding to communications.
I'm Sunny, and we're the Body Donna.
Pulling us in without so much as a warning. That's not playing very nice.
Edgy, are we gonna get captured?
Hey, look on the bright side. Maybe we're guests.
Guests, right.
Chris was the young, jacked guy that would work out, and she was the pretty girl that would exercise along with him. Come on, get up and work, please.
He would have been much more comfortable being himself, but I think he just thought of it as a rite of passage. See where it goes, and it went. I mean, they won the tag titles.
We've landed. No damage to the ship.
No welcoming party, huh? Either they don't think much of us, or they've set us a trap.
Their tractor beam is still in operation. I think we can safely say they've no intention of letting us go.
Smoky Mountain Wrestling as well as Extreme Championship Wrestling.
All right, here's what we're going to do. First, gather information on anything related to the Aquila or the mystery object on Limerus. Second, deactivate the tractor beam and get the hell out of this fortress. Judging by their welcome, we may end up having to fight with Cardianon along the way, but let's hope that doesn't happen. That's all. Any questions?
The WWF is they saw this as preliminary foolishness.
Great. Let's go.
They weren't mad at Tammy anymore because she wasn't this bitchy heel manager. She was this girl doing jumping jacks, and she's pretty, so they started loving her.
She was amazing on the mic. She was amazing as a manager. She was amazing at any damn thing in the business that you could possibly ask of her. I am Terry Reynolds, former diva, manager, wrestler. She was, back in the day, the most down.
I'll save it in case I die.
And if you still know what I was, well, it was back in the day, like back when Christ was born, we had AOL. Anyway, she was gorgeous. She had it all. Your discretion is advised.
She went from a 19-year-old kid to a 24-year-old sex symbol. I think it timed well with, the explosion of the internet, and all of a sudden it's, everyone's downloading sexy pictures of attractive women. And Tammy was just hitting at the right time as this new sex symbol
Oh wow, all the way over here. Jesus.
Teenager, younger boys, I thought that was a pretty damn good thing. In the beginning, a lot of people liked Tammy because she could come across as very charming. Once you left the door, you understood that was just a front. And Tammy was all about Tammy. I had heard Tammy was divisive. I always liked Tammy. I understood she was ambitious. Like, that's not a negative. So there was one time on television before they had taken her off the road as the Body Dollars manager. Henry and Phineas Godwin, the pig farmers. They carried a slot bus around and they dumped their opponents and people.
We must make the most of our thing.
All right, nice job. I knew they weren't going to play nice with us.
It appears we have no choice. We'll simply have to proceed prepared for battle.
Yes, you must have an ego, no doubt. Tammy didn't lack an ego, but she went off the rails because she didn't know how to control it.
Tammy skyrockets to fame as one of the first female megastars in the WWF. But her rise to the top is plagued by a culture of drugs and alcohol. Soon, she's caught up in
Jesus, God in heaven.
lifestyle.
Well, at the time that Tammy and Shawn Michaels started their liaison, I didn't know about it originally. Most people didn't. Then the rumors started circulating, and then it started to become more of an out in the open thing. Just mesmerized, Shawn Michaels, Pussy Galore. In the mid-90s, Shawn Michaels...
That's what I forgot to do.
Top star in the WWF. He was the champion. He defeated Bret Hart in 1996 at WrestleMania and carried the belt.
I forgot to pick up an Eldarian bow to make another hunting bow. Draconic Smasher. A basic Cardion weapon that fires gas-bonded plasma fireballs. Also usable as a high wavelength blade in melee battles. Right. Oh, that's pretty cool.
And he got sideways from Chris Candido. Chris Candido broke him in 15 pieces and shoved him up his own ass. But Chris wasn't going to do that because Michaels is a big star. This is Chris's biggest promotion. He took it.
We don't have time to play around.
I must say, that wasn't really challenging.
He treated like that, so I grabbed him. I threw him away. He's trying to fight to get back in. I'm not letting him. Okay, dude, let's get in the car. Let's get the fuck out of here. Nathan, I can't do that, dude. Nathan, do whatever. This business is our responsibility to take care of her. Bullshit, dude. Like, let's get the fuck out of here. Yeah, I just can't do it.
We were together for, it was almost the 7-year mark. And it was like, I had the itch. You know what I mean? I was kind of tired of being in the same thing. And, so we split up for a little while, and that's when I was seeing Shawn. Nothing was ever talked about, nothing was ever brought up. That's why, like, to this day, I always wonder, did he know everything? Did he not know? If he knew, he just loved me so much, he just ignored it. You know what I mean? I would love to know, but I'll never know.
Chris Candido's undeniable talent isn't enough to make him a top star in the eyes of the company. Falling down the ranks in the WWF, serious intrigue makes his
I hate these flying things. Come on. Now you want to land? Ugh.
Damn it!
I was just getting warmed up. Bring him on.
My brother never touched a drink, a drug, anything until he wasn't doing meth. And it was out of necessity. He was paid. He was already broke that. I was surprised when I heard that Chris had fallen into that trap. Because he'd always been. He started drinking. It started as your pain, obviously.
Bad, Kate.
I was just getting warmed up. Bring him on.
This may look like you have more respect for us. Wonderful. I'm so glad everyone's safe.
I wish I started sooner. I told all my friends, you gotta start now. Like if you could start yesterday, you do that. Regrow your hair as little as 3 to 6 months. Before it ends down.
Come on, now's our chance, Sandy.
Full electric incinerate my enemies.
I was just getting warmed up. Bring him on.
Summer starts.
Alright, where are these things? 48, okay, shit. Oh, damn it.
While Tammy Sitch revels in fame and excitement of being on top of the
Okay, got 86.
Chris Candido finds himself squeezed out and even bullied by the toxic culture of the locker room. He wasn't well liked by a few key people in the locker room. And life can be really tough for somebody who's not well liked by the key people in the locker room. Battling injuries and frustration with his mid-card status, Chris leaves the WWF in search of the main event spotlight and joins the hardcore, controversial Extreme Championship Wrestling. Paul Heyman was in charge of ECW. Chris knew he would be losing lives there, and he was.
The thing that the fans liked about Chris was that he was a throwback to an old-time wrestler. He was exciting and fast and strong, and he could talk and he looked good. That in-ring portrayal was the best thing that Chris Candido ever did.
It's like, people think we're insane, but it's like, ECW, you're working, it's like, his finisher was the blonde bombshell, the powerbomb on the top rope. And depending on which one it was won, we would give the other one the powerbomb off the top rope every night. And he had injuries from these bombs. I remember one in the middle of the night, his back was bothered so much they caved in and took him to the hospital. When they went in and first looked at his back, the doctor looked at it and said, well, I need to see the accident report. Chris was like, what do you mean? He's like, well, you were in a car accident, right? He's like, no. They're like, how did your back end up this messed up? He's like, I wrestled professionally.
The fans of that 90s grunge era loved that kind of shit. And as a result, all those guys crippled themselves.
And to face the reality of breaking my neck twice.
And that fed the drug use that most of the people involved on the ECW roster were already heavily involved with. Somas were a drug of choice, especially in the 90s and 2000s.
Let's take this advantage. Come on, now's our chance. Yes.
I must say, that wasn't finished.
challenging.
It seems to me like people could be prescription with furniture by the time it's up.
Incinerate my enemy.
Now you'll see what I'm made of!
I was just getting warmed up. Bring 'em on.
She would, walking on her high heels, her ankle would be vibrating, shaking, and she was stumbling. The audience noticed other entrants. As Chris and Tammy's trucking spirals out of control, it becomes impossible to control, both for audiences and ECW owner Paul Heyman.
Let me go over this way.
This may look like a should have more respect.
I was just getting warmed up. Bring 'em on. Now that's what I'm talking about.
Maybe now I can be of some
Useful experience indeed.
You don't have to get now you'll see what I'm made of.
I must say, that wasn't very challenging.
What is a thunder ring? What the hell did I just get? The defense breaker is a bomb, Jesus.
With 100% hormone-free Gyoza, you can have fewer hot flashes and more not flashes. Gyoza reduces the number and severity of hot flashes day and night. WC Gyoza can answer
Oh, to the disintegration ring, nice. Oh crap.
We were too
I was just getting warmed up. Bring 'em on. Now that's what I'm talking about.
Maybe now I can be of some help to everyone.
As their alcoholism and soda addictions grow more severe, Chris and Tammy's domestic violence escalate to a full-blown. I would see something crazy. Just crazy insanity. Like she's going nuts. He's running away. Then she's running away.
They haven't noticed. My enemies.
I must say, that wasn't very challenging. Useful experience indeed. should have more respect. I must say, that wasn't very challenging.
And then he stopped getting reimbursed.
I should have more respect.
I was just getting warmed up. Bring 'em on.
So that was a horrible time for them. His drug use was probably as bad as it ever was. There were pharmacies that were corrupt. We could go there and get a bunch of my sodas every other day. You know, so we're at this pharmacy and wait. And all of a sudden you get the phone out.
Oh God.
Trying to get his eyes and like look at me, you know. So they call the ambulance, and when you come out of the seizure, you don't know what you're saying. They're like, sir, what day is it? Sir, what day is it? I'm like, by the way, yes, what's up? He knows. I'm like, how many times have you declared what the NBA title? It's like, the 16th. I'm like, you know what? Then when you go to the hospital, after years of uncertainty, Chris and Tammy received an invitation to join an independent wrestling promotion in Puerto Rico with revitalizing their careers. However, things
Hang on, I have to pee. Collection. Oh. Assemblers. I mean, assaulter. Assaultinate. .34 assaultinators.
Wonderful. I'm so so glad everyone's safe.
She's okay.
Wisdom bracelet, huh?
Chris gets clean. He's intense tree into the gate is fighting. Tammy by his side turns to the mainland to join the new wrestling revolution. Dark Action Wrestling. Back on television, he's determined to work his way to the top of the industry.
What I noticed with Chris is being reinvigorated. Getting that drive back. You can see it in his eyes. I could see it in his work. He was as happy as he was when he first got signed to WWF. Like he had that same happiness, like he was like glowing, you know? I think he just said he's a dude. Stuff you saw at such a young age, you know? I apologize.
Come on, now's our chance!
Now's the time to...
Watch this! I was just getting warmed up. Bring him on!
And he tried to bump to get away from it. And that got his hung up a little bit from the canvas when he was trying to bump, and his shin broke. And right away, he wanted to stand up, but he couldn't. He got out of the ring, and they took him.
We don't have time to play around.
I could have done this all by myself. Too easy.
I talked to him one day, and he said, hey, I'm not going to the doctor. I'll call you back after my incident.
This feels pretty good, Kate.
Just 2 days later, and was unaware of the tragedy.
Oh. God.
We don't have time to... Eat this! I was just getting warmed up. Bring him on!
They should have more respect for us.
Coalesce and incinerate my enemies.
I was just getting warmed up. Bring him on!
This may look like
Blazing Blade! Ice
I was just getting warmed up. Bring 'em on. I was just getting warmed up. Bring 'em on. Now that's what I'm talking about.
Maybe now I can be of some help to everyone.
Useful experience indeed.
I was just getting warmed up. Bring 'em on.
I should have more respect.
I could have done this all by myself. Too easy.
We'll see one more you say that, but I think you summon Cerebus. No, Cerberus. Sorry, Cerebus is an aardvark.
I should have more respect. I must say, that wasn't very challenging. They should have more respect for
I was just getting warmed up. Bring 'em on.
buddies. I think I just need 14 more of those. Automatic healing. Oh yeah, definitely. Definitely gotta get that from taunt. Can I give him taunt too? Everything? Yes.
Just do it. If you have a dream, dream it. Live your dream. Live your life to the fullest. He did more in 33 years than I've done in 73. So, he's been everywhere. He's seen so many things. He's had so many life experiences. He was special. Special kid. Special
They should have more respect.
I was just getting warmed up. Bring him on.
Kids here. Wants to go kids Memorial Day pet sale. Give your kids the room they've been dreaming of at Memorial Day sale prices.
Alright, hang on a second. Data on the Cardianon mothership is displayed. Ooh, astounding. This is more advanced than anything we have on Eldar. Giant saucer-shaped fortress over 30 kilometers wide. God damn. A city has been built in the saucer center, but its population is minimal, as half of the Cardianon are in cold sleep. Invading the craft from outside is virtually impossible, and any attempt at an attack is greeted with a phalanx. What was that? Phalanx? Phalanx? I've never known how to... a phalanx... I've never known how to pronounce that fucking word. Of unmanned battle drones. Its current mission is unknown, but it occasionally uses a tractor beam to capture and seize nearby ships. It is believed to run on energy generated by matter/antimatter annihilation. The reactor where this takes place uses the mysterious particles emitted by the Grigori as its power source. A phalanx? I don't.
We don't have time to eat this!
I must say, that wasn't very challenging.
So, just taking through the vast archives without that,
I could have done this all by myself. Too easy.
The best thing ever. Because all he ever really wanted was a daughter. Oh yeah, giant teddy bear. What fans saw in play was not at all what we saw at home. Love was playing around when he was Richie Bigelow and my father's Bam Bam Bigelow. We had this giant bed that we would around. Yeah, it was a great time.
Now's the time to
I was just getting warmed up. Bring him on.
His head slowly dropped to his chest, and I put back up. And whenever I think back on how I went about the situation, I'm always so bad because I was so young. But in some way, I understood that we were in some sort of danger. And as a toddler, I went into panic. I gotta go to the bathroom. I gotta get out. Daddy, pull over. I can't. So we pulled over on the side of the road and looked at me and he was to the side.
I was just getting warmed up. Bring him on.
This feels pretty good, Kate.
I watched them take my dad in handcuffs across. That was it. My mom came and picked me up and she was real gentle about it. She told me, "Here, come clean up and see Daddy." You can tell. And it was nice of him. He wanted to be a wrestler, but he wanted to be a father. And everything was taken away. So was wrestling what took it away, or was Scott and all the other outside influences what took it away? Like, how did this happen? Everything around Asbury Park is
Just need 3 more. 4 more.
that we did
Eat this! I was just getting warmed up. Bring him on! I was just getting warmed up. Bring him on!
So I've either gotten all of them or I need one more. Or two more. What happened on this ship? The only Cardianon we've seen were that first group. It's been nothing but defense bots ever since. And there's another thing too, you've probably already noticed, but yeah, the damage here and there. There must have been some serious fighting on this ship. Do you think it might have something to do with Crow? No idea, but I wouldn't be surprised if it did. That's Crow for you. No kidding. Alright, I'm finished here. How did it go, FaZe? I'm afraid there's no way to retrieve any important information from this terminal. However, I was able to locate this ship's central generator. If we can temporarily shut it down, that should release a tractor beam. That's a pretty bold plan, but it does sound workable. Come on, let's get going. Also, I've discovered the passcode for something. Probably a door somewhere. I've recorded the code for our use. I'll try and put in the passcode we found earlier. Hey, I guess it worked.
I was just getting warmed up. Bring them on. Now that's what I'm talking about.
Maybe now I can be of some
useful experience indeed.
They haven't noticed.
Take it! Ice!
More or less innings.
I was just getting warmed up. Bring them on.
I must say, that wasn't very challenging.
Now that's what I'm talking about.
Maybe now I can be of some help to everyone.
Oh, come on, I just need one more. One more.
Stop. Professional wrestling is like a double-edged sword. It gave him life, it took his life. That's the ultimate double edge, isn't it?
Let's take this advantage!
I was just getting warmed up. Bring them on.
Embarrassment, guilt, like
Self-Destructor 2000.
what he does is says, hey, look, don't worry about it. We got this worked out. The whole process was very discreet.
We don't have time to...
Damn, I spent all the time fighting
I'm
with
so
things
glad everyone's safe.
Limerus and
Useful experience indeed.
everyone here. Which way?
The skin you defended. Protect your skin with
That's the way.
Intruder detected!
This may look like
Rising blade! I was just getting warmed up. Bring them on.
Gunpowder? Where the hell did you get gunpowder from?
when he went to the Monster Factory.
now's the time to
Take this!
Probably the most handsome
I must say, that wasn't very challenging.
ass on the head of Batman and that big flame hole that tattoo. Who gets ink on their head? It's gotta be crazy. Nevertheless, their whole head. Those that never got a tattoo, they hurt as much as they think. Okay? This guy got a skull tattoo. This branding of Batman big. See, people love to hate. And as long as they want to hate, they right? And it kind of just sent that message to the fans and to the wrestlers. That's a bad deal right there.
Initiating ID card registration. Error. ID card not found. Okay.
Especially soon to be industry pioneer. Wrestling magazines that he was actually a business manager in his magazine just Bam 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 like this.
is this? A morgue?
Don't say things like that.
Edge, these Cardionon are in cold sleep. Cold sleep?
I can't begin to imagine why, but most of the Cardionon must be in stasis here.
Well, I guess that's why we haven't seen very many of them, huh?
It's so cold in here. Oh, when you're cold, the best thing to do is get moving, Kate. Oh, ouchie, ouch. It's mean to trip people, Kate.
What happened, honey?
What?
This is one of those lizard men we fought on Lemerus.
Did they mutate inside their capsules? Or did they mutate after they got out? Is this the same thing we saw happening on Lemerus? What the?
Whatever it is, it's coming this way.
Let's take a different corridor. We don't need any trouble we can avoid.
Come on, Lynn. Okay, let's go.
Oh crap, I'm freaking stupid. I thought the damn wizard men were there's something that looks like a card on his chest, but it's frozen on and I can't peel it off. Maybe if I could raise the temperature somehow.
He signed the WWE contract, and we got married November 15th, 1987.
Oh yeah. Like when I was watching that video, I thought the lizard men just beamed aboard the ship. I didn't know these, but apparently they somehow evolved from the Cardionons. That's freaking wild. Another body. What could have happened on the ship anyway? It's a warm day. It looks like this panel controls the temperature for the cold sleep capsules. Oh shit!
Let's take this advantage.
Oh crap!
Incinerate my enemy.
Eat this!
I was just getting warmed up. Bring them on.
This feels pretty good, Kate.
Crap.
This may look like a staff, but
Respect for our skill.
wonderful. I'm so glad everyone's safe.
How many of these damn things are there?
This may look like...
I was just getting warmed up. Bring them on.
Come on.
Let's take this advantage!
I was just getting warmed up. Bring him on.
So this is his coming out to the ring attire when he was.
This may look like...
I was just getting warmed up. Bring him on.
In 1992, as the WWF struggles with the market, Vince McMahon brings Bam Bam back to the roster. Once again, the top level star, Bam Bam gets the
Here we go. Cardianon ID card. Alright, that's exactly what I needed. Holy crap.
Intruder detected.
I was just getting warmed up. Bring him on.
Intruder detected.
Let's take this advantage!
I was just getting warmed up. Bring him on.
Initiating ID card registration. ID card registration complete.
The Cardionon seem to be an even more vicious species than I thought. They've been forcefully taking over planets with undeveloped civilizations, one by one. It seems the invasion of Lemuris was only a small part of their plans.
Phase!
I'm sorry, Limmer. That was insensitive of me.
It's fine. I understand, Kay.
In any case, we can hardly leave the Cardionon alone now, can we?
He definitely had some knee
We know what we
surgery
have to do. I couldn't live with myself if we let something like the tragedy on Lemuris happen again.
Well, before we can do anything, we need more information. How's it looking, Phase?
Yes. Let's see if there's anything else.
Wait! Stop it right there.
Oh, okay.
Edge, isn't that...
Yeah. It looks like the source of the disease on Lemuris. Phase, pull up detailed data on this thing.
I'm afraid I can't. The data's protected too heavily to break into. I can read the file name, the Epiphanies of Guidance. That's all I can access.
The Epiphanies of Guidance? That doesn't tell us anything at all.
However, there seems to be something important inside this central isolation chamber, though I can't get any details.
Do you think?
There might be another one of those objects there.
All right, let's head for that isolation chamber.
should have more respect. I must say, that wasn't very challenging.
Come on, now's our chance! I was just getting warmed up. Bring him. Now that's what I'm talking.
Maybe now I can be
useful experience indeed.
Let's take this advantage.
wonderful. I'm so glad everyone's safe.
Bam Bam Bigelow leaves the company to sign with the notorious Hardcore Wrestling Promotion, run by his old friend, Paul Heyman.
We don't have time for anything I was just getting warmed up. Bring him on.
Here we go.
And this dude was drunk as a skunk, barrel, just absolutely face punches me and trucks me right into the ground. 10, 11 years old. I've never been hit by a grown man. And it's that type of like,
Mother by, I already read that shit.
Now's the time to Wonderful. I'm so glad everyone's safe.
In ECW, we were a bunch of wrestlers that and we were like the land of misfit.
You should have more respect.
The stuff that these guys
Wonderful. I'm so glad everyone's safe.
get thrown into the stands. It's just as hardcore as hardcore. Yeah. Just trying to hurt each other. That ring is built on trust.
This may look like
getting warmed up. Bring him on.
And then there's these thick wood boards. And then there's kind of like a cushion. It's not as big as a mat. And then a canvas. So these wood boards were cut first. So then the boards were just moved out of the way. And then there's the trap door. And Bam Bam was putting on Taz's head. Like his head's gonna hit the frame.
Damn it! Rising blade! I was just getting warmed up. Bring him on.
Right, so Bam Bam, he's tapping first, then he puts his hand on the top of the board. Under his hand is a little piece of white tape. That white tape was my hand.
Rising blade! I was just getting warmed up. Bring him on.
You waited for people to come down a teeny bit, and then once they saw them come out first, you knew the pop would be loud. I don't know if it was exactly that loud. It was just, I'll never forget it as long as I live.
They should have more respect.
I was just getting warmed up. Bring him on.
I can't tell you how many times he's been sewed up in our living room. Doctor just would come over and just sew him up in the middle of the night when he was half asleep. So the injuries were the beginning of the end.
Stenosis in the entirety of the spine. He had crushed discs. He had sections. There was not enough time. You could run your finger down the spine and you could feel it. It was like prayer. If you didn't go out and you didn't put on a show, you weren't getting paid. So I understand that it takes something to basically push you through that. I did see Bigelow struggling a little bit physically, but he hit it well. He wouldn't tell you if you had to go over a match, hey dude, I'm hurting here, my shoulder hurts, my neck hurts, my back hurts. It was just, let's go.
Alright, goddamn. And that's the end for now. I don't know, maybe later, maybe tomorrow. I don't know, I'll be back. I'm just done for now.
And he was always very respectful, and he became angry. He would at times